In the Czech Republic these days, you can see Israeli flags flying everywhere. The Prague Castle, the seat of our president, raised the Israeli flag. The Prime Minister's office also raised the Israeli flag. And I also decided that I would raise the Israeli flag. But it's not about the flags. What you can see these days in the Czech Republic, it's a genuine outpouring of support for Israel. And I am happy for that. Ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to the time when this is all over. And I'm sure that Israel will be able to ride out this storm. As the saying goes, the night is the darkest before the dawn. And I hope that, when this is over, we will be able to welcome Israeli tourists in Prague, as I'm sure Israel will be able to welcome Czech tourists. And I genuinely look forward to this day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now the Foreign Minister of Slovakia.
Good afternoon, Shalom. Dear Gabi, Jakub, it's a great pleasure for me and indeed something exceptional to be here in Israel today. And I want to thank you, Gabi, for taking us here to Petah Tikva, to the very place where we can see what it means today to be exposed to terror and violence. In Slovakia, we have a saying, and that's the first message that I want to bring across here to you and to Israeli people. Friend in need is a true friend indeed. Friend in need is a true friend indeed. What does that mean today? Slovakia is a friend and Israel is in need. Therefore, I want to say that we understand that for Israel there is no other option but to protect itself against covert attacks and rockets coming from Hamas. This must be stopped. Second message that I'm bringing from Slovak citizens, it's a sorrow, it's a feeling of sympathy with the victims of violence. And I want to say on both sides, because human life has the same value, no matter where it was lost. Therefore, for me, this will be an ample opportunity to talk to our colleague, to Gabi Ashkenazi, how to get out of this, how he views the conditions which would allow the stop of violence. And thirdly, I want to use this opportunity to speak with you, Gabi, with the Prime Minister, because I want to have a clear and broader picture of the situation in the Middle East and in the region. Because we believe this is something that we must not lose from our side as well. Although we are all standing in shock of what we see here, but also on the other side as well. This must be stopped. That's the precondition. And I'm joining my colleague and friend. This is more than symbolic indeed, that we are here today, standing in front of our national flags, the Czech flag today, which used to be a Czechoslovak flag. And as it was rightly said, we stood by you at the very outset of your existence, and we stayed by you today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ministers. And this concludes the press conference. One more message?
One question?
One question, sorry.
Yeah, madam. מה השאלה? חשבתי שאת אומרת. The question was the people in the south telling you, the government, the Israeli government, to continue until you'll achieve the objective. My answer, my lady, in English, that's what we are doing exactly as we speak. The IDF is continue to work, and we won't stop until we reach the objective. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for being us and being so patient. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you.
And thank you all. Please wait till the ministers leave from this side. Go over here.
I'll bring back into this conversation our senior international affairs correspondent, Owen Alderman. Owen, give us your thoughts.
A remarkable event, a remarkable setting, again, in a building that had sustained a direct hit from a Hamas rocket in the middle of the night, a hit heard in shelters throughout the city of 260,000. And we saw these two foreign ministers, Jeff, showing up in this country in the middle of a military operation. While rockets are still flying, they haven't flown to central Israel for a number of days, but there is always that threat, and expressing unreserved support for Israel. We heard that from the Czech foreign minister, who, by the way, Jeff, is 36 years old and has been on the job for a month, has already managed a huge crisis in his country, the expulsion of Russian diplomats who had been accused of spying there, and now he's here, coming to Israel in the middle of this conflict, expressing the long history of support of Czechoslovakia for Israel during Israel's War of Independence. Of course, in Tel Aviv, there's a prominent square named after a Czech Prime Minister Masaryk in the interwar years. At any rate, we saw also the Slovak foreign minister who did also express strong support for Israel, but did hint towards the end of his comments about being interested in hearing how there is a resolution of the conflict. I didn't necessarily use the word ceasefire, but certainly implied that. But obviously, certainly impressive to see these two foreign ministers and the foreign minister of Germany coming to Israel in the middle of this conflict and showing its support. And in this case, Jeff, so visually, so graphically, touring a building of an apartment that had been hit and then standing there to give those statements afterwards.
All right, Owen, thank you so much for that analysis here on this press conference from the